Hey guys, welcome back to Astroways face reading. Now we've spent 2 episodes talking about nose and cheeks, and there's still more to talk about. Nose is in the middle part of our face, and nose represents our middle age, our golden age, the age when we start building careers and families, so it's very important. Last episode we learned about different shapes of our nose when you look at the person on the side face. Some of you may have a straight nose, some of you may have a camel back shape, some of you may have an eagle beak, some may have a pig nose. Anyway, today we're gonna take a look at the front face. When you look at someone on the front, it doesn't matter if a person's nose is flat or like a stairs going down. In this episode, we only focus on the shape on the front. If it's straight, we say it's straight. Forget about how bumpy it looks like on the side, okay? So first you see if a person's nose is wide or narrow. Wide nose means you're emotionally more stable. Once you decide to do something, it's unlikely that you make changes. And you're quite tough as a personality. You're good at what you're doing. While people with narrow noses, they tend to be a bit more sentimental. They care more about emotions, more about details. They're less sociable than the wide-nosed people. Girls tend to have narrower nose than guys because girls in general are more sensitive than guys. But no matter if it's narrow or wide, it's better to have a little bit of meat. A bit meaty is better than skin and bone. However, some people may not have wide or narrow nose. Your nose may be narrow on top and wide on the bottom, or the other way around. If your nose is narrow on top and wide on the bottom, we call it triangle nose. Triangle nose people usually struggles during age of 41 to 44 or struggle to start a career or business. But once you've gone through this age, you have much easier life. While nose with wider part on top and narrow on the bottom, this is like a upside down triangle nose. This one is the opposite of a triangle nose. You tend to have a better life during 41 and 44. If you have wide yinyang, that also brings you better luck. It's just you need to learn how to save up and put your money in better use later on. However, some noses are not really straight or triangle. Some can be bent or completely twisted. Completely twisted, then you need to go to the hospital. A bit bendy is very common. In fact, not just the nose. If you look at yourself very close to the mirror, almost no one's left side of the face can be perfectly match the right side of the face. Left face represents our nature and right face represents our nurture. As you grow older, your personality changes, so it's better to have a better looking right side of the face than left side of the face, because that means your life is going to be better later on after 30 years old. Same as handwriting, left hand before 30, right hand after 30. Okay, we've gone too far. Let's come back to our nose. Most people's nose is not perfectly straight. If yours is perfectly straight, very good. If not, it's normal. A bent nose usually is bent in the middle part of the nose. You won't bend on top of the nose. If you bend on top of the nose, then you need to go to the hospital. Usually, it's the middle. Remember what we said in the last episode. The middle part of the nose is our house of health. Nose is like our back. Nose is not straight usually means your back is not straight. Not only that, you can see your parents' health as well. If your nose is bent, usually means your parents tend to have very different health situations. One very weak and one very healthy, or one passes away from illness way before the other, etc. So that's the middle part of the nose. It can represent your parents. And if you go up, the top of your nose also represents your ancestors. If the top part is smooth and filled, means your ancestors left you a good foundation of life. Have you seen Queen Elizabeth's nose when she was younger? Perfectly straight, high up and filled, a standard noble nose. And you see how high up her cheekbones are. They're right underneath the eyes. Don't look at the meat. The cheek meat is not cheekbones. Remember, her cheekbones are right here. People tend to think good cheekbones are big cheekbones. No, hidden cheekbones are the best. You don't see bones poking out, but you can find it in the high position. Then it's good cheekbones. In face reading, cheekbones being big and poking out means small power, while hidden cheekbones means big power. Usually you see those managers in the company or directors or chief whatever officers in a small company, they will have big cheekbones. But if you see the world's most powerful people, richest people, the bosses of huge companies, usually they won't have massive cheekbones. Usually they will have hidden ones. And the higher your cheekbones are, the more power you have in your hands. And if you have wrinkles going across your cheek area, especially if you are in a management position, that means the people working for you may betray you. They may not like you, they may talk behind your back, they may ruin your reputation, they may steal all your clients, or maybe they want your position. So you need to learn to handle relationships with your colleagues. If you have moles or spots around the top part of your nose or the middle part of your nose, means your family, your parents have arguments. And if you have moles or spots on the side of your nose, means you and your partner may argue a lot. If you have moles or spots on the bottom of your nose, the house of wealth, then you need to watch out for your wallet. If you have to spend money, spend it wisely. Okay guys, now we've finished the middle part of our face. Next week we're moving down to the lower part of our face, which start with this little area called philtrum. Again, it's only small, but there's a lot to tell. Same thing here. If you want to have your personal face reading with me, you can email me at astroways.info@gmail.com or find me on Facebook at Astroways. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know more about metaphysics, please subscribe my channel and I'll keep you updated.